Hello everyone, your voice here. Welcome to our channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to add another bhitalae to the bhitalae species playlist of our Sansevieria channel. And this particular bhitalae has a corresponding collection ID, which is ES20849. So with that said, it was collected by Ernst Specks, and it is found in Tanzania, west of Mafinga. Which is 45 kilometers to Madibara. So that is the place where it was collected. So it is one of the Mafinga, or the bhitalaes that were found in Mafinga. There are a couple of bhitalaes that were found in Mafinga. That is why some people would directly call them as Mafinga. But take note, folks, that Mafinga is a place in Africa. It is not the name of the plant or the name of the species. The name of the species is bhitalae, and that is to correct people that would put Mafinga as ID for these plants, because when you say Mafinga, that's very inaccurate. There are a lot of bhitalaes that were found in Mafinga. In fact, the other two Sansevieria plants that are on the back part are also bhitalae species that were found in Mafinga. So it's very inaccurate to call them Mafinga, because when you call them Mafinga, there are several Sansevieria bhitalaes that were found in Mafinga, and bhitalaes are not exclusively found in Mafinga. They can be found in other places of Tanzania or other places of Africa. So going back, this particular bhitalae has a common name, or a trade name, or a market name, which is Dragon King. It is the only Dragon King that I know having the collection ID of ES20849. There are a lot of people that are selling Dragon Kings, and I'm not sure if they have a true Dragon King with them. For one, we will be discussing the difference between Dragon King, which is the one in front of you right now, Dragon Wing, that's one on the left side, and on the right side is Jade Dragon. So all these three Sansevierias right now is having the trade name or the alias of dragon, because they're really dragon-like in appearance. Perhaps the form of it, they're signifying, or the markings on them are very dragon-like in pattern or appearance. So with that said, the one I am focusing on right now is ES20849, one having the alias of Dragon King. And actually, this is a very big plant. I'll have to move back a bit so I can show you how large they can get. This is not even the largest that they can get, but this is the largest in my collection, and I'm also planning to plant them directly into the soil or the ground, where they can get more nutrients coming directly from the soil, and not limited to the space provided by the pot that we plant them in. So I have already seen other people plant ES20849 directly into the ground, and I have seen how large they can get. So with regards to planting Sansevierias, especially for larger species, if you're planting them in a very small pot, then it follows that they will also stay small, because they have limited nutrients or resources to absorb, in comparison to planting them directly into the ground, or providing them with large pots to be planted on. So like I said, perhaps or this bhitalae species earned the name Dragon King, because between the three that I'm showing right now, Dragon King is the largest of the three. So like what I'm showing right now, Dragon King in size it's largest, but I have to take into consideration as well that the pot that it is in is also large, so it can overtake the two behind it. As to the other characteristics, I would say that Dragon King also grows longer leaves compared to Dragon Wing and Jade Dragon easily. So if you try planted, or if you have planted them all at the same time, grow them in the same spot, the same environment easily, if you have a true Dragon King or true ES20849, it will just overtake Dragon Wing and Jade Dragon in terms of growth and size. So that is that might be one of most likely the reason why it's called Dragon King as an alias as compared to the Dragon Wing and Jade Dragon. Later on we will also make clear the differences between the three, and I will be giving you some pointers on how to identify if you really have a true Dragon King with you, because right now in the market, as I have observed, there are a lot of people that will sell you Dragon King, especially the variegated ones, so you're not sure if you or they are really selling you Dragon Kings. And in this video I will try to help you out into figuring out the characteristics of an authentic Dragon King. So once again, what I have in the back is Dragon Wing having the collection ID of 21833, also found in Tanzania. This is Jade Dragon having the collection ID of 21298, and the one in front is, like I mentioned, ES20849, which having the alias of Dragon King. So as you can see, all of the Sansevieras that I am showing you right now are all bhitalae species that are found in different locations and concentrated in Mafinga, but they are very distinct to one another. So with that said, we will be describing or getting some data with regards to the characteristics of Dragon King. So leaf texture, if you feel it, vertical, horizontal, very smooth. Dragon Wing, vertical, horizontal, very smooth. Jade Dragon, horizontal, vertical, very smooth. Back part of the leaf of Dragon King, it's not as smooth as its front leaf or adaxial leaf. The abaxial or back part of the leaf is rougher. It's still smooth though, but it's rougher compared to the front part of the leaf. So Dragon Wings also the same, a little bit rough compared to how smooth the upper portion of the leaf. Same thing with Jade Dragon. So I can either refer to them with the aliases to make things easy, rather than refer to them with the collection numbers on this video, which will be more difficult for viewers to catch on, because it's a lot easier for me to describe them with the aliases rather than the numbers, which a few of our viewers would be confused or will not be able to follow if I use the collection numbers where they are not very familiar with. So I will be using the aliases on this episode or this content for bhitalaes, because it's easier for common people to understand rather than using the complicated collection numbers. Usually when I discuss collection numbers, I'm talking to either Sansevieria experts or enthusiasts that have been collecting Sansevieria. So with that said, I may have to clip the camera of the phone so that we can move easily when getting data with regards to Sansevieria Dragon King. So I'll have to clip it to make things easier for us. Alright, so the first thing that I have observed, we have discussed the leaf texture. So now we will be discussing the pattern on the leaves. So if I focus, you would now see that there are longitudinal lines on Dragon King, and they are very fine lines, and we will measure them. Actually, I have a tool available to measure the longitudinal lines, or the thickness of the longitudinal lines on Dragon King. So all I have to do is turn it on, set it to 0, then measure the longitudinal lines found in Dragon King. So folks, the measure of the longitudinal lines on Dragon King is just 0.5 millimeters. So that is like the thickness of a ballpoint pen having a head of 0.5 millimeters. So in comparison to Dragon Wing, which is actually thicker, so I can I'll have to focus on it, and then I don't know if you can see it, but I'll try to measure Dragon Wing. Dragon Wing is actually like double the size of the longitudinal lines that is found in Dragon King. So for Dragon Wing, I can actually focus on it so you can see how I measured it. So there you go. There you go. Alright, so that's the lines. That's the longitudinal lines that are on Dragon King. They are thicker compared to the fine lines of Dragon King. So it's like almost double. So from 0.5 millimeters of the Dragon King, Dragon Wing has the longitudinal lines of 1.1 millimeters. And also I'm not sure if you can see it, but this is Jade Dragon. So Jade Dragon has equal thickness in comparison to Dragon Wing. Jade Dragon has equal thickness, but the number of longitudinal lines that you can find in Jade Dragon can be counted easily. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 longitudinal lines in one leaf average. Some other maybe 10, 12, but they can be counted easily. For Dragon Wing, you can hardly count it just by seeing it. It's probably more than 10 on this leaf. They have equal thickness, but you can't count the number of longitudinal lines. They're broken, and there's so many in one leaf. So that is the difference between Jade Dragon and Dragon Wing. And going back to Dragon King, the lines on them, I have to focus, or else if I don't, you can't see the longitudinal lines on them. These are longitudinal lines. They're very fine, and they're 0.5 millimeters of the ballpoint pen. So the markings on Dragon Wing and Jade Dragon are actually like your permanent marker thickness, while on Dragon King they're like the thickness of a ballpoint pen. That's how I can easily compare it with, or make a comparison of. Next, like I mentioned, my specimen, I have been growing it for years. So what I am planning next is to perhaps plant some directly into the ground, because right now it's on a very large pot, and I can't grow it as large as what I see on other on some collectors that are also having dragon kings with them. So usually I would found a very big dragon kings when they are planted directly into the soil. So, and I will as well try to do that, and perhaps give you an update in the future. But right now what we'll do is we'll take some measurements of dragon king. So dragon king has a leaf width of 3.7 or 3.75 inches. That's one of the leaves. We can get a variance or an average on other leaf or leaves. Some would be at 3.4, so 3.4 to 3.6 inches for the leaf width, and leaf length would be, right now it's not even reaching 2 feet or 24 inches. It's just around 15 inches long. So the ones that I see when they are planted directly into the ground, they would grow to very long length, perhaps reaching 3 feet. But with the specimen that I have now, I'm limited to having a leaf length of just around 15 to 17 inches, in comparison to Jade Dragon and Dragon Wing. Dragon Wing, I think it's really, it's wing-like. That's why it got got its name where it got its name. I'm sorry, where it got its name. All right, so it's like just around 7 inches, perhaps 7 to 8. Very short, but very in form they're like wider in comparison to Dragon King. So that's why maybe the locality would name it as Dragon Wing. For Jade Dragon, Jade Dragon would just be at 12.5 inches long, but I have seen other Jade Dragons as well, but I can only speak with regards to the specimens that I have. Perhaps they will grow longer, but it is really just the Dragon King which can grow into very long leaf lengths. So but as to what I am having right now, I am limited to just below 24 inches in comparison to what I see with other people's posts with regards to Dragon Kings, which are very tall. So like I mentioned, what I'm growing right now is still in rosette form, but perhaps if I try to grow them directly into the soil, perhaps there are cases that they will just grow into singular leaves which are very tall. I have, or 1 to 2 leaves perhaps are very tall, but I will be, perhaps I will find out in the future with regards to the maximum growth of Dragon King. So for now, that's all the data that I can get from Dragon King, and compare it with Dragon Wing and Jade Dragon. In terms of form, Dragon Wing As you can see, they're like wing-like in appearance. That's why perhaps they're called dragon wing. Jade dragon is really greenish in color. That's why maybe the locality would refer to them as jade dragon. And lastly, dragon king, which is supposedly the larger of the three. There are other bhitalae that were found in Mafenga, but I'm still trying to check the accuracy before I'm showing you more bhitalae species, because it is very difficult to identify them, especially if they have variegations on them. Most probably you will not be able to identify if you really have an authentic dragon king with you without the pattern that I am showing you right now. So this is the pattern of dragon king. It's actually very similar to dragon wing and jade dragon. They are called mottled pattern with regards to how the leaves would look like. So you have a dark green outline, and then on the inner part you would see silvery coloration, which is pale green. Pale green when you identify it as a basic color instead of calling it silvery or something else. So that is the pattern of most bhitalae species, and from the three that I'm showing you, it is very similar to each other. Some Sansevierias are banded, like Trifasciatus. The pattern on Trifasciatus are banded. That's an alternate of dark green and light or pale green in alternate in banded pattern, but what I'm showing right now are not banded but mottled. So it's like the inner color is pale green, and then the outer outline is dark green in color. And you'd see most common there are longitudinal lines on them, although the longitudinal lines are very distinct in comparisons to the other bhitalae that are found in different areas of Tanzania or Africa. So aside from that, we can add that the leaf edge of dragon king, I would say it is a wilty edging, and then you see that there are dark brown or reddish, already reddish coloration as an outline for the edge. And then the tips of dragon king are wilty tips. They only have tube-like tips when they are very young. So same with dragon wing, you see that the tips are wilty, the edges are reddish in coloration. Same thing with jade dragon. They all end up wilty tips when they grow into maturity. So aside from that, we have already taken measurements. We have described the pattern. I think I have pointed out the difference with regards to identifying dragon king from dragon wing and jade dragon. So folks, I think if you have any further questions or suggestions, just feel free to leave a comment below. And then if you like what I have presented, please do subscribe to the channel. It's free to subscribe. There's nothing that you have to pay for, but it is a great help for me that is creating contents for the channel. I would really appreciate it if you guys would subscribe and help out with the like for the contents that are in this channel. So again, thank you for watching, and I hope you folks have a great day.